Good afternoon, everyone. I mentioned in another video that I'm the founder of my school's beekeeping club, and I wanted to make another video about it because it's quite the funny ordeal. So a few years ago at my school, there's an apiary there, and for those of you who don't know, an apiary is where you keep bees. Sounds a lot like AP area, but no. That's wait, no, that is AV area. No. If it's got a V, it's for birds. If it's got a P, it's for bees. Oh my god, I'm a fool. Anyhow, they're very similar and yet very different because the last time I checked, birds and bees are a little different. I don't. I wouldn't quote me on that. I don't know how true that is, but from the untrained observer, I am of the opinion that birds and bees are a little dissimilar. So anyhow, back in the old days of my school, there was a club, the beekeeping club, and they started the whole ordeal. It's a bunch of juniors and seniors. They got some bees, they got funding, they built some hives, they put the bees in the hives, and life was good. They had bees going. I don't know if they ever harvested honey, but it was probably there. They could have if they wanted to. But anyhow, the problem was that they didn't make friends with freshmen, which honestly, totally respectable. I completely understand why you wouldn't want to do that. And it didn't turn out so hot because the thing is that when you've got a club, you need more people to join in the future, especially if it's something like that's more of an investment, like beekeeping. Like you can leave bees to do what they want and stuff, but if you have a hard season, they're going to die. And dead bees aren't particularly good at, making honey. So you can imagine how that didn't turn out so hot. I'm going to let these guys... No, you're going to fight me? Why do you want to fight me? I'm going to place the TNT. Kaboom. Okay, that works. Anyhow. Yeah, so you kind of get where I'm going. No more people to keep the club going equals dead bees. So, believe it or not, that's exactly what happened. And last year there was only one hive still kicking, still, buzzing around. And it's been upkept by one teacher who's best guy ever, best teacher, number one teacher, wins the award for, I don't know, being a good teacher. Although I have heard he's like a very hard grader. So, maybe it's not like the best, but yeah, whatever. I'm sure my opinion will change when I have to suffer through his class. Although it's physics. His class is physics. That's got to be a good time. I love physics. I'm a nerd. Anyhow, and so the club had been, the hives had been upkept by this one guy pretty much, and he was telling me and my amigo, like, hey, we got these hives and it's so tragic. There's only one left, and they're only alive because they're angry. They're angry bees. And I don't really know what, like, how you get angry bees, but apparently he said it's like a genetic trait. So the bees that we have, they're Italian bees, and apparently that means that they're like non-aggressive. So anyway, they're Italian bees, but they mated with the well, not mated, but they reproduced. I don't know. There's a more technical bee term that I don't know what it is, but just imagine me saying something smart about bee reproduction there. And whatever. So there's a more complicated way, saying that they mated with the local bees, and apparently, the local bees aren't so nice. They're not as nice as Italian bees, which is crazy. I live in Georgia, in the great U.S. of A. So I guess the native bee population in Georgia, they're just assholes. We got asshole bees here, which honestly checks out. That part doesn't surprise me. So whatever. We got angry bees, and they're alive because they're angry. So they're literally too mad to die. Our bees are just built different, which checks out. So anyhow, this is all what he was telling us last year. And me and my friend, we go, hey, you know what a great idea is? We should revitalize the bees. We should bring them back to life. And I was like, that sounds like a great idea. So that's exactly what we did. We started the beekeeping club, and we went to the dean of our school. Is a great guy, funny guy, and we had a whole presentation set up because we needed bees to start the bee club. That makes sense, right? But we didn't have money. I wasn't going to spend my own money on buying bees, so we made like this whole presentation. We went up to the big man in charge of our school. Kind of, it's a little more complicated, but and we gave a presentation. The title of the presentation was Beekeeping Fund Request. And I say it weird like that because the fun was capitalized. Because we really wanted to drive it home that, this was no ordinary project and that this would be good for the school. So we did the whole presentation in bee costumes. I'm not joking. We're all friends with this guy, by the way. So like, well, I say friends, but like we know who who this guy is. He's like the dean. He's cool. He talks to the students, so he's not like weird or anything. And he used to be some of our teachers, so we knew who it was. So we weren't just like totally stumping this random admin who had never seen us before as we were wearing bee costumes. Because we went in to do the presentation, and one of our other teachers was like, "Oh, you guys are talking about bees? That's great. Give me a second. I'll be right back." And she comes back with, I shit you not, literally just like 3 bee costumes for me and my friends to do this presentation on. So, naturally we couldn't turn down that offer because, we got to save the bees. And we did it. We did the presentation. It was fantastic. The bees got funded. And we bought the bees, but you see, you could buy bees pretty easy, right? They're like, I mean, they're pretty expensive. It's like $150 for a package of bees, because the way it works is you gotta buy, like, as I said, a package, and there's literally, it's just a bunch of bees in a box, and you have to unbox the bees and put them in your hive. But the problem is we didn't really have a hive, because the only hives we have on campus are wait, let me get some golden apples. There's Langstroth hives, and those are the good hives. Those are the hives that our fearless beekeeping leader loves, and we agree with him. We agreed, like, Langstroth hives are cool. And then we have some other hives. I forget what they're called, but basically they look like benches, and they're like laid out like benches too. And they historically every single bee colony that has resided there has died. So we didn't really want to use those, so we have to build new ones. Now, of course, this is something that we started thinking about after we had already purchased the bees, because forethought is not in any of my friends or I's vocabulary. And okay, wait, I'm getting a little concerned. Where is this enemy? Oh, there he is. Okay. So we start thinking, we're like, hey, these bees have to like live somewhere. So that was, as you can imagine, a little bit of a challenge. Let's see if I can. Ow! Oh no! He shot me the second Sir, I'm gonna need you to stop doing that, please. Would really respect it. I just want to stab this guy. Just make life a lot easier. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyhow. So, we're like, oh, well, crap, we got to actually build hives. Now, luckily, we had a plan in mind. There's a bunch of classes at my school that involve like making and building stuff, right? Which makes sense because, it's a school, you learn how to do things. One of these classes is woodworking, where you work with wood and build stuff. Now, conveniently, guess what beehives are made out of? Exactly, wood. So what we did is we started talking to the teacher of the class, who he's been my teacher for like 10 years. So I'm buddy with this guy. I've got an in. There's a way for us to get these hives built, because the thing I forgot to mention earlier is that we couldn't ask for more money to just buy hives, because when we were doing the presentation, after we got $300 worth of bees, the dean was like, "Yeah, you guys aren't like getting any more money, by the way." And we're like, great, we don't need any more money. That was a lie. That was a total lie. We lied to his face. But anyhow, so we had to get the money from somewhere else. So if we did it this way, the budget would come out of the classroom budget, so we wouldn't have to invest in the bees. So we're all patting each other on the back, thinking this is genius. But there's one problem: we actually have to get the teacher to buy us bees, or buy the hives and build the hives. Oh, that guy's going up? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. He's behind me. Oh, he's a nerd. Oh, my God. Look at this guy. He thinks he's so cool. I bet he's got TNT, too. Watch. Yeah, watch this. There he goes. He's over there now. That is so exciting. Can't wait to beat this guy up. I'm going to have a lot of fun when I stab this guy. Oh, never mind. He, critted me. He's not good enough. now I have a bridge to his base. Fool. Absolute buffoon. Anyhow. So, we're talking to this teacher, trying to get him to spend his entire class time teaching students how to build beehives. And I say teaching because that's what he was doing. It's not child labor. It is education. That's an important thing to note. I don't think that's actually going to blow up the bed. What? No, he was falling off the map. No, you're kidding me. Oh, what a scam. Anyhow, it's not child labor. It is education. He's learning. The students are learning how to do crucial woodworking skills. Have I killed this guy before? I feel like I saw this guy in another game. Yesterday, actually. Whatever. Let me guess. You got TNT? Oh my god, that is so cool. No way. Okay. Alright, this is a little unfortunate. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Whatever. It's fine. We'll be fine. So, back to the story. This guy is really just... all he cares about is interrupting me. I'd say it's quite rude, actually. Where were we? Ah, yes. Bees. So, this teacher wasn't just going to willy-nilly start building beehives for us, so we had to build, like, a cut list and everything. Make sure that he knew what he was getting into so he could tell the people how much money he needed, etc., 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 etc. Oop, I did not mean to do that. Alright, this guy's a go-getter. I'll give him that, Oh, I could have bought armor. Whatever. So we made a cut list and everything, and our fearless beekeeper leader was like, he was telling me and my friend who were the co-founders, he was like, hey, you guys gave him a model, right? You guys told the teacher like what we're expecting, right? And we're like, yeah, of course we did. We gave him a cut list. He looks at us and he's like, you gave him a cut list. And me and my friend, we look at each other and we're like, oh shit. Because I don't know what he was expecting us to do, but I guess he wanted us to 3D model what we were what we wanted, which I guess is totally fair and a reasonable expectation. But of course we hadn't done that because we're high schoolers and we're lazy and we didn't want to have to build a 3D. Oh, this isn't good. This is not good at all. I'm gonna run this way. Yeah. This is not good. This is what I would call no bueno. That's fine. We just got to do minor amounts of PvP. Good day. Alright, I'm a little concerned, gonna be honest. I don't know if I can keep this up. Because I want to break this guy's bed, but that's so much effort. Okay, let's get to full health. I need to actually stab this guy. So I spent the day after getting my teeth pulled out building a 3D model of a beehive, because it's what you do. It's the sacrifice you got to make if you want to keep bees. I'm about to get stabbed in the back. Yeah. What is this guy's plan? I'm actually really curious to see what this guy wants to do. Is he going to build up again? No, he's going to actually go for it. Goodbye. What's he going to do now? He better jump off the map. If he's smart, he'll jump off the map. I don't think he's smart, though. Gonna be honest. There you go. Now he fell into the void. Now his bed's gone. Up we go. Boom. Now I can talk about bees while I watch this guy cry and buy items. So anyhow. So I spent, the day after I had gotten my teeth pulled 3D modeling a beehive, which was a lot of fun, actually. That was an enjoyable evening, listening to some banger tunes and cranking out beehives. It's a good way to live. Can I sneak in the back here? Is there a back entrance? No. I wanted to surprise this guy. Okay. Okay, we're both equally stacked here. He's building. He's so cool. Unfortunately, he was not cool enough. Now, at this point in the Bedwars game, I've been a little focused on talking about bees, so I haven't had much time to actually get stuff. And it's me versus a guy with a bed. And I literally have not left my island. So, I don't want to say I don't want to say I'm screwed or anything, but things are not looking 100%. I actually don't even have armor. Cannot believe this. Ah! Oh my god. It's a punch bow. Whatever. That's all right. That was an expected outcome. That's what I get for not really trying against a guy. Sorry, my hands are cold. That's my excuse. That's why I got beat up. Anyhow, well, that's the whole story about me and bees and beekeeping. That's all for today. So thanks for stopping by.